Laptoplarını getirmeyenler var mı? Bir teknoloji semineri, Zaim ben söyle getiriyorum. Smartphone var da. Peki kaç kişinin var?
Hocam smartphone'dan halleder.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Benim çekiyor var.
Smartphone daha
Alright, dear colleagues, today we have two sessions again. The first session will take about 35 minutes and we will give break 5 minutes. And the second session will take about 45 minutes. And be sure you will be catching your service buses, don't worry, okay? Işıl boy, she's Işıl boy, works as an IELTS instructor, ICT coordinator, and teacher trainer. She has been teaching for 7 years of Yıldız Technical University, having received for BA and TOEFL from Istanbul University. She is now studying for an MA in Educational Technology and TESOL with the University of Manchester. And this is her third year now. She has successfully completed all the courses and started writing her thesis on mobile learning. She is very much interested in training teachers to use technology and lately iPads to transform their learning, not just a substitution. Besides, she works as a teacher trainer for Pearson and gives talks at conferences. She has presented at national and international conferences such as IELTS TOEFL, Amazing Minds, and TESOL. She is also a word called Scholarship Awardee. She works as a teacher trainer at Pilgrims, one of the most prestigious teacher training courses in the UK, running educational technology courses, using ICT in the classroom level 1 and 2, social media in education in Canterbury. This summer she is going to conduct a new course entitled Using Mobile Technology. She is also the representative of the International Association of Technical English Trainers in Turkey and an associate of the International Teacher Development Institute. On her blog, ishulboy.edublog.org, she shares educational technology resources for teachers. And here's Işıl Boy.
Thank you. It's a great
pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me, and thank you, Kirsten, for making it possible. The last time I was in Ankara, I think it was last year, I came to Ottoköy, and it was snowing. And today I feel really lucky because you have a beautiful weather now in Ankara. So today we'll talk about, the first topic is designing and developing education courseware. By the way, can you hear me well?
Yeah.
Okay, great. If you cannot, please just do something that I will get it. So here's a little bit introduction about me, but I will give it because I think you know everything now. The only thing I want to tell you is that this summer we are bringing pilgrims to Izmir. So if you're interested, we can talk after my presentation because we will be running courses, ICT course and music mobile technology courses in Izmir for pilgrims. And there is one important thing about me. I love technology as much as I love chocolate. So this is like a passion for me, not like a job. Before we begin talking about our safety issues, I'll talk about safety, like e-safety and mobile safety. And we'll talk about your safety. Have you ever heard Google Me on the web? So, by the way, I have exported all the presentations to a PDF file, and I will send it to you after my presentation, so you don't need to take notes. But if you want, you are welcome. So it's a tool called Me on the web, and you can get notified when your personal information is published online. So here, for instance, it says, I think it's an important question to ask yourself, how do you live on the web? So what if, like a person, one of your students, or a person who doesn't like you, post something bad about you on the web, and you have no idea about this. But if you use this tool, Google Me on the web, for instance, I have this ishilboy@gmail.com, so whenever a website uses my name and surname or my email address, Google sends me an email. And if I don't want it, I can remove the unwanted content. I think it's a good way to use to be safe, to be safe and sound. It's called, again, Me on the web, and it's really easy to create.
Sorry,
yes.
Can you erase it wherever it is?
Can you?
Can you erase it wherever this information
It says, Google says, for instance, this website has your name. So if you don't want that content, you can click and you can remove it. Yeah. You can report it to Google, in fact. And I think it's a good way to do it. Yes.
And you don't have to be a Google user, Gmail user. Do you have to be Gmail
You need
user?
to, yes, you need to use Gmail, yes. All you need to do is like a Gmail account, yes. But you can, like use, for instance, I have this Gmail address, like official ELT. You don't need to use your surname to create a Gmail account, but it's a good way to be safe on the web. I wrote a blog post about this, and again I will send it to you, and you will learn how to create this alert. It's really easy to use. And there's another important fact about e-safety, passwords. It's really important. Have you ever heard of this news? I think it was last year. Hackers who brought down the Ankara Police Department's website said one of the passwords of the secret police files was, do you know what was the password? Ankara Police Department. What was the password? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm genius. Yes, it's 2. And then please check this out. Top 10 worst passwords. And the first one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you are using any of these passwords, please change it because it's really important to be safe on the web. Are you using one of these passwords? Anybody want to say yes sometimes? What about this? Trust you, princess, I love you? No. So let me ask you a question. Can we create different passwords for each different website?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sure. How?
Well, using some software, just like RoboForm or LastPass.
Software. Or is it possible to do it in another way? Not like it, not with a software.
Traditionally, yes.
Or are you using the same password for each website? No. Anybody? Can I
Well, that is confidential.
So we can change it. So you can create different passwords for each different website. But how? You don't need to write anywhere. Here is my suggestion for you. The first thing is you shouldn't use a word that is in the dictionary for your password.
So you shouldn't use a word that is in a dictionary. For instance, you shouldn't use Ankara for your password. The thing that you should do, you need to divide that word with some numbers. So think that your favorite city is Ankara. So you're going to divide the Ankara with like Ank, and then 1, 2, 3, Ara, like this. And for each website, you can use the first letter of that website. So for instance, for Facebook, you can use the same code, and then you can add the word F. Sorry about that. F. And for Twitter, for instance, you can use the same code again, and you can add the first letter of each website, for instance, T. What do you think? Is it easy to use? Yeah. Maybe you don't need to use it for each website on the web, but you, for instance, your Gmail account, your Facebook, and your Twitter, you need different passwords for these websites because they are important. Think that you are sending your bank details to other people via your Gmail, so this is important to be safe. And another question. So this is a website called, it says login with Facebook. Have you ever done that?
Yes.
Login with Facebook? No? Come on. Yes, sometimes. So what happens if we log in with Facebook? If you click login with Facebook, you're going to send your Facebook username and your Facebook password to third parties. So why would you want to do that? Especially think about Gmail. Sometimes it tells you, log in with Gmail. Please never ever do that because for instance, I send my bank details like on my with my Gmail account. So if I click log in with Gmail, then that person can see my bank details.
Can I say something?
Yes.
But this way of logging, it is used in postal sites.
I know.
Yeah. So it has to do with the Facebook. So Facebook has to do something about it, and it should be safe. There is no way that they can see the information stored in the Facebook database.
Unfortunately, it isn't because Facebook shares your personal information with everyone.
Not your password.
Not your password, not your password, but you know that they can like
Your
your
password
friends.
is always safe because this is kind of privilege given to that site in return for money.
But sometimes it
Because
gives you the
online shopping sites require you membership. So, but if you are not planning to use that website again and again, then you can use it.
So have you seen this zayıflama ilacı or like böcek ilacı on Facebook and then it takes you and with everybody? Why it happens? It is because of this. Because when you click connect with Facebook, it says that it can post on your timeline.
Can I ask something else?
Yes.
So they are using the registered logo of Facebook. So it is about Facebook more than me.
Yes, so that's
So
why.
Facebook, so
But it is not only Facebook. It says for connect with Facebook or Twitter or Gmail. Yes. So please, the thing that we should do is to click here, need sign up. So we should never ever log in with Facebook or Gmail. And so the title of my course was developing and designing educational courseware. So what is a courseware? Software. Course materials, yes. They are the course materials that we create online. So anything that we create online is called courseware. So let me ask you a question. Virtual learning environment and personal learning environment. So what are these? So the first thing, virtual learning environment, they are computer program that facilitates e-learning, and it's also called language management system or LMS. So they are the same thing. VLE and PLE. Are you using here any virtual environment here? Atılım?
Yes.
What kind of?
Moodle.
Yes. Yes, some of the examples are Moodle, Blackboard, or Second Life. And so, what is corresponding environment? It is a kind of environment rather than a system. So it is more learner-centered. So what are some of the examples of corresponding environment? Anything? Yes? For instance, Web 2.0 tools such as blogs, wikis, Facebook, and Twitter. So what are their differences? Let's see that. The first thing is virtual environments are considered as institutional one-size-fits-all monolith. But we know that it doesn't. Yes, unfortunately. But virtual environments, they are more learner-centered environments. And they are, as I told you before, they are not like a system, but they are also called like a kind of environment here. So what is the thing that we should be using? Virtual environment or personal environment? Should we use Moodle in the classroom or should we use blogs or wikis? Which one? Which one? Both. Yes, great answer. Yes. Here, because for instance, you can use some kind of virtual environment like Moodle, and you can also use some external tools with your classroom like blogs or wikis. So you don't need to choose one of them. You can use both. And so I sent you a survey on Google Docs form, and thank you for completing it. I think 20 people out of, I don't know how, but completed it. And you wrote me this: we don't want to learn many tools. We want to focus on one or two tools. I don't know who wrote this, but thank you for your comment, because you told me that we don't want to learn many tools, because I know that you also had some technology training, but you want to focus on one tool mainly. So I choose a great tool for you. It is a tool, it is an app, it is a VLE and it's a PLE. And it is called Edmodo. Are you familiar with Edmodo? Yes. Wow, great, you're amazing. Great. So you can use it to blend traditional learning with mobile learning. So this is how I'm using. And I think it's also important for teacher trainers to be a teacher as well, because I'm a teacher. I teach full-time at the technique, and I also teach at hazırlık, like you, because we're on the same side. And I know, it's sometimes not easy to use technology in the classroom. So this is a tool that I and my students love using. So what is Edmodo for you, for those of you who are not familiar with? It's a kind of social media tool for classrooms. It is mobile friendly. So if you are using iOS, it's okay. If your students have an Android phone, they can also use it on their mobile phone. It is similar to Facebook. And it's important because our students love Facebook, and it is free. Yes, the important thing, it's free. So you don't need to pay for it.
So this is how it looks like, as you see here. For instance, this is me, Miss Boy, and my surname is confusing, I know. For instance, here I have some class like Atılım. Bruno project was my technology training in the Czech Republic. Two souls from Dubai, and from my class, YCU, Atılım. And this is my student posted yesterday. Here, for instance, she found a news on the web and she posted on Edmodo. And it's a great way to be in contact with your students. Here, you don't need to use every feature of Edmodo. For instance, I'm not using, for instance, like assignment parts or LS parts, but if you are using that, we can solve that, how you can improve it. Here, for instance, I divided my students into groups of 3 or 4, and they came up with their own apps. And we gave a prize to the most creative one. And this is, for instance, my student. He came up with this application. It's called Easy Way for Engineers. And, for instance, the other students left some comments for him. So as you see, it's it has the wall feature and it's very similar to Facebook. And this is for lazy teachers like me. So one day I had to share the answer key with my students. So I had no time to write all the answers on the board, and that day I didn't have my laptop or my iPad with me. So what I did, I took a picture of the answer key and then I uploaded it to Edmodo. So it's a really easy way to use, but that day I think it was really time saving for me. So you can take a picture of the answer key or like anything that you want, and you can upload it to Edmodo. It is that easy that you can share files. So how you can use it here? You can, for instance, set homework. You can create quizzes and surveys, polls. You can share files. You can share PowerPoint presentations. You can discuss topics, write posts, give feedback, and see when your students last logged in. I think it's also important to see if your students are using it or not. And I think one of the teachers sent me this. She wrote me on the survey, I need a place to share files with my students. I don't know who she was, but there was a comment. So I think it's a good way for your classroom, and you can use it as a courseware. So you can share all your materials on Edmodo, and it's closed. But if you want, if you are sharing like with other teachers, for instance, at Yıldız Teknik, we share the class like mainly with 2 or 3 teachers. So you can share the class and you can invite other teachers to your group, and then you can see your students post. Or first, I have 2 writing classes, and I use the same model for 2 classes. So I don't need to create 2 different classes, but I'm using just 1 class for the 2 classes. Any questions so far?
So let me ask you, how are you using Edmodo? Because I saw some hands. How are you using Edmodo? Would you like to tell me? Yes, please.
I use it for sharing files, studying some maybe exercises, and sharing songs.
Nice. Yes, great. I like this. Because when students, they usually share some YouTube files. Yes, some songs.
Sharing YouTube files.
Great. Similar to our music. And anybody else, please? Elleri görmüştüm ama. Ha? Yes, please.
Actually, I believe in our school, I think, mainly do the same thing. I mean, sharing files, sharing YouTube videos, and other kinds of things, but it's not very actually usable for me. Because in 8 or 10 weeks, our classes are changed, and that's why we cannot keep in contact with our students.
Yeah, we need to get
That's why we start, we get to know each other, then we get used to everything in Edmodo, then we give up that.
So you need to change classes.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
every day.
Yes.
Every class? 12. So it's not fun.
And also you have some different classes, not only 1 class, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, sometimes just 4 classes. That's why it is not very easy to keep in touch with your students again. And trying to dealing with 20 or 25 students in every class, it means 80 students at least. And that's why I'm not sure if I can use it in a way.
So are you using just 1 class on Edmodo or like different classes?
Generally, I do it just for 1 class.
Yes, it's the same yes. Because I cannot create different, like a class on Edmodo and like use it for different.
But sometimes students don't like it. They don't want to share their things with the other students they don't know. That's why I try to create some other classes, but then I feel kind of nervous.
Anybody else who wants to share? Okay. So let's see how you can use Edmodo for skills. You can use Edmodo for reading choices. Your students can share articles. And I think, by the way, are you using like news with your students?
some kind of real news. For instance, I usually like show my students some kind of news and like import or interesting news from like Suriye Daily News. Are you using news in the class? Sometimes I think it's a great way to introduce vocabulary. Because they are the real vocabulary and they usually remember it after like a couple of days or weeks maybe. So you can use it for reading to share articles, for instance, or you can use it for writing. And I think it's a good way that you can write posts and you can also share files. So I think that if you want to go paperless, your students can upload their assignments on Edmodo. You can edit it online or like offline if you want, and then you can upload it again to Edmodo. So you don't need to use paper in the classroom. And you can use it for listening. Your students can share podcasts and so on. Again, my students love sharing YouTube videos, like from Rihanna, from Beyonce, from like other people. And for speaking, students can record their voice and they can upload it to Edmodo again. So it's again good for skills. And for the first term, I use blogs, and last year I used wikis, but this year my students love using Edmodo. It is mainly because it has an app. So some of your students, maybe they don't have computers at home. Like for instance, I work at a state school and they are not very rich students and they don't have computers. I think only 5 students out of 25 in my class have computers. But they usually have smartphones because it's cheaper. Like Android phones mainly. And they use Edmodo because it has an app and it is free and they can access it whenever or like wherever they want. And we will talk about mobile learning after the break, by the way. And I have 2 tips for you for Edmodo. You can create an example class as a sandbox. So sandbox is a term usually used for wikis. It's a kind of place that you can experiment. For instance, you want to try some new tools and you don't want your students to see what you are trying, and you can create like an example class and you can see how it looks like. And again, you can create a student account. I think it's again important to see how students see it, because sometimes it's not very easy for them to navigate. But if you create a student account and you can see from their point of view. Okay, but there's a danger. If you want them to write posts online, what they can do, they can steal from other websites. So how can we prevent plagiarism? Are you using any tools for that?
Turnitin.
Turnitin, wow, so you have the perfect tool. And I will introduce you a free tool on the web. It's called plagiarism. So it's called flagtracker.com here. It's a free tool because sometimes it's not very easy to find if your students like stole some kind of information from Google. But if you use this website, you'll be able to see where he got that information from. And this is from Wikipedia. What do you think? It says plagiarism 100%. MashaAllah, değil mi? Yes, yani %100. And it also says where he got that information from. It says from Wikipedia. And sometimes you'll be able to see, for instance, he got this, like there is 75%, and he got this from 5 different websites. So you can give it to your students. And al bakalım sana rapor. Yes, you can tell them that they need to study more. So I want to show you Edmodo a little bit. This is, for instance, this is my class, Yetero. For instance, yesterday night, my students posted something on the web. Ben söylemedim gerçekten yani. She did it by herself. She wrote the best gift for children and worst children enjoy April 23rd nationwide. And this is me, like I gave them the academic word list. Or like another news here. And this is, for instance, suggested by my student. And there is a great website called Verblink, and they can practice with native speakers online, and it's a free website. I think it's sometimes good to let our students find some kind of resources. I think it shouldn't be only us, like giving them the links to practice vocabulary or the other skills, but they should also find some kind of useful information and share with their colleagues, course mates.
This website is available all the time?
Yes, it's got a model here. And it has an app. I'm going to show it to you as well. First, I say for engineers, check out. So there is a website for engineers, and sometimes, as you see here, they practice, they study vocabulary, and they share it. First, let's see, Şeyda. Sorry. Okay, so this is, for instance, from Şeyda. She studies vocabulary. We are using a course book here, and she posted some vocabulary along with the pictures here. So you can use Edmodo for your students to create online vocabulary notebooks. So they can study vocabulary, and they can use a Word document or anything that they want, and they can upload it to Edmodo, and they can learn vocabulary. So it's a good way for them to study. And for instance, they usually need to, for instance, study like 200 vocabulary, and that's why I divide them into groups. And so every group needs to cover just one unit, and then with the help of Edmodo, they are able to share the vocabulary list that they have created. Bless you. Yes, first I sometimes write Turkish as well. And they sometimes, of course, yurt dışında staj yapmak isteyenler, it's not only for English, but for to help our students to do their best. And for instance, they sometimes share songs to study superlative and first conditionals. Lonely Day. And they sometimes hear some lyrics like this. I think it's a good way for our students, to use YouTube for this feature, like to see the lyrics and then to share it and associate with any grammar topic that they have studied. And I usually try to send some notes to my students, like keep up the hard work, like you are ready to go, or congrats, or thank you. I think it's also important for them to get feedback from teachers. So they said, okay, the teacher, that she sees what I'm doing, so it's a kind of incentive for them. Yes, so that's the main thing that I'm using Edmodo, but what you can do here, you can write some posts. It's really easy to write posts here. And you can type in whatever that you want, and you can click send. It looks like this Facebook, as I told you. And you can create folders here, or you're able to see the members of the group. Here, because they're my students. And yes, also you can use it for assignments. So you can create assignments, and here you can also add a due date for your students, and they can upload their assignments to Edmodo, and then you'll be able to correct them whenever that you want. You can also create a quiz online, and you can also create a poll. So you can see, for instance, like which one is the best for you. You can choose one of them like this. There are other features like planners. So this is for your class. If you want to plan online, you'll be able to add some new tasks here. You can create some events. And you also have a library here. You can upload files, pictures, so you don't need to upload them all the time. You can create your own library like this. I know for the technology training that you need to have a laptop and you need to do some experience, but I'll show it to you how to do it. And there is a group that I have created for you. This is called Atılım. And could you please use your laptop or your smartphone and download Edmodo application now. This is the group code that you should be using. Edmodo.com if you have your laptop, or if you have an iPad or iPhone or Samsung or anything that you want.
And then
Edmodo. Edmodo.com.
I have.
Oh, great.
How can I go to that?
So you should use our group code P67AS9. Do you need help? Yes, sure. And Edmodo.
Ne var? Zahra istersen.
By the way, you don't need to download the application if you don't want. You can use the mobile, like the full web version, because there are two. Okay, let me show it to you. You don't need to download the application if you don't want. You can use the website version. You can go to edmodo.com, and here you can create as a student. You can join as a student because it will ask you the group code here. I'll share it to you now. You say, I'm a student. You can just write your name. It asks you the group code, and the group code is here. I'm going to copy it. So this is the group code. Can you see it? It's P67AS9. And then you can write password, your email, and then you can create sign up. You only need to know the group code. It's again P67AS9. What about password? It is your password. You create a new password. New one.
Anybody need to know? Me?
are using Atılım on Edmodo, okay, great. So you'll be able to see the presentations today as a PDF, like this. So you don't need to take notes, as I told you. There are 2 PDFs for you, and I created like a video for you here. Oh, sorry. I locked out, so I need to log in as well. So you will be able to see a user guide for Edmodo. If you have any questions, you can use this ebook to see, how you can use the website. Or there is a video here for you. Have you seen this? I'll show you how to create one for you or for your students or for you maybe friends, and then upload it again. So this is mainly the thing that you can use for your students. So what do you think? Is it easy or difficult? Huh? Easy. Yes. So you can share anything that you want. I think it's a great way to be in touch with our students, like after the class, because sometimes they need our help, and sometimes I find a website, and then I want to share it with my students. But sometimes the other day you can forget it, but if you have kind of like this environment, you can post it directly whenever you want. Okay. And there's another tool that I want to show you. It's called Google Drive. Some of you posted on the survey that you want to learn how to create PowerPoint. Am I right? Değil mi? Vardı, yes, as far as I remember. So I want to learn how to create PowerPoint presentations, and I want to learn how to use Google Drive. Could you please tell me if you are using Google Drive? Kullananlar, Google Drive? Google Drive, Google Docs. It was yes, it was called Google Docs before. Google Docs. It's a great tool. Google Docs. Yes, it is safe. and it's really easy to use. Google Docs. I'm sure you will love Google Docs. So let me tell you. All you need to do is to have a Gmail account.
Google Drive is now replacing
Google Docs, yes, it is the same thing. Or you can also use like Docs. Yes, you can use drive.google.com or Docs, and they are the same. So there are many things that you can use with Google Drive, but the best thing is here. You can create oluştur, and then you can create some documents. So think that you want to write something, but if you are using MS Word, if your computer turns off, then you will lose everything. But if you use Google Docs, it saves automatically. So you don't need to click save all the time. It saves automatically. like a Google Doc, it's like Word document. You can write in bold. You can change the size here, or like font. And you can also add pictures if you want, or links, like. So you can say, click here. Bunu biliyor muydunuz? It says, for instance, click here, and when they click that place, they'll be directed to google.com. So it's kind of cool. So when you click there, they'll be directed to google.com. So if you want to share a long URL, you can simply right click here and then share the link. Okay, so the good thing is here. So let's change it. For example. The good thing is you can share it with other people. For instance, you can click here and you can say bağlantıya sahip olan herkes. So anybody who has the URL can change it and you can again click save, or you can click here. Anybody on the web can see my file. So you see bağlantıya sahip olan herkes. Okay. So how can you share this link with your students? You want to share a file with your students. How can you share this link? Isn't it really long to write on the board?
No.
Please tell me how to share the URL.
Nasıl paylaşıyorsunuz? Çok uzun URL. Nasıl paylaşıyorsunuz?
URL shortener.
Güzel. Siz IT'ci misiniz?
No, no.
Anybody? If it's a long URL, you can make it short with tiny URL.
Are you familiar with this website, tinyurl.com? Yes. It is a great way to make really long URLs to short and easy. First it says enter a long URL to make tiny, and then you click, oops, I didn't copy this, right? So you can click here and you can make tiny URL. So think that it is a really long one to share or to write on the board, but you can make it tiny with this. Değil mi? And it's really easy to share or to write on the board. Or even better, you can customize your code. For instance, you can say cool URL 2. Okay, nice. So it is the same. And then you can use this tinyurl.com, cool URL.2. Now can you please go to tinyurl.com/atılım tek. Şuraya bir bakar mısınız? tinyurl.com/atılım tek. tinyurl.com/atılım tek. Yes. What did you see?
PDF file.
Yes. So you can share PDF files with your students with this website. So again, upload the presentation to Google Drive, and then here you'll be able to see it.
Okay. So after the break, I'm going to show you how to create a PowerPoint presentation in 2 minutes on Google Drive and how to share it with your class. And also there is an integration between Edmodo and Google Drive. So you'll be able to see all your Google Drive files on Edmodo and share it with your students. Thank you. I think we have 5 minutes.
Ama